am here with Melissa Meeker, a true water hero and the founder and chief executive of the Water Tower. It's been a little while since we talked, Melissa, but it's good to see you again.
Great to see you, Frank. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, glad to do it. So the ribbon cutting was in March, and the grand opening and the demo day, which was really pretty fantastic, was last April.
That's right.
So with that, I know the year has passed, but before we go there, why don't you talk, for people that are going to see this for the first time, why don't you talk a little bit about maybe the mission of the Water Tower and
Okay, great. The Water Tower is really a hub or an ecosystem really focused on water innovation. So we've worked really hard to create a campus where people want to come, either to do active R&D or applied research, or just meet. So we regularly host companies in their sales meetings from around the country and conferences and different water related events. Just happy to support the industry, either through, again, R&D, workforce training, key part of what we're doing, and applied research and event space for the water industry.
Mm-hmm. So, and being in Gwinnett, I mean, was it an hour and 20 minutes from the Atlanta airport? So it's fairly convenient.
Hour and 20 would be a busy day. Yeah, you could do it in an hour, or you could do it in 3, depending on what day you're doing it.
Every big city has its
exactly
its capabilities.
Exactly. But so, yeah, wherever you are in the world, it's one stop. Fly into Atlanta, and here you are. And we do have different options for getting to the airport. But yeah, it's pretty close.
Since opening the campus, it's a world-class facility. What, in the last year, I guess would be, what do you see as some of the major achievements that have come out of the work that you're doing at the Water Tower?
Yeah, I'm amazed at just the buzz that's been created. Does it necessarily impact the industry yet? But people are excited about it, and they're coming here because of that. We've got 6 different businesses that have moved onto the campus that are part of our active ecosystem and involved in, the discussions and the R&D activities that are going on. We've hosted a number of conferences and new conferences that are, attacking critical issues, like women in leadership positions in the water industry, and different things like that. So really excited about the space that we've created to do that. We've gotten a couple great grants, workforce development grants. We got an appropriation out of Congress for a specialized piece of equipment that's going to really put us on the map in terms of PFAS measurements and the ability to tackle that issue. So I think our biggest accomplishment last year was really opening the doors and just getting people in the space. But some great programming and events have come out of that as well.
So, with that, I see next week will be your second innovation. Mm-hmm. What's that all about? Last year, I was there and it was very exciting. Talk a little bit about that next week.
Yeah, Demo Day is really a special event when we bring in all the vendors in the water industry. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing pumps or pipes or, even AI, digital technologies, bringing in those companies to create really an expo. I mean, we're not as big as WEFTEC yet, but we're getting there. But it's the ability for them to show off their new and innovative technologies. And it's free for all the utilities. So last year, as you know, we had utilities come in from California and Arizona and Nevada and Texas and Florida and beyond. This year, we've got kind of more focused in the Southeast, but different states coming, and utilities from across Georgia. So really excited to get them here to see those technologies, to hold them, to press buttons if it's a smart technology, and give them the opportunity to experience that and ask questions. But again, it's that, these aren't salespeople knocking on your door. This is your chance to really experience those technologies in an easygoing way. And if you find something that's interesting, great. But it's also an opportunity for us to show off the facility. So really excited to have some active R&D projects going on now that people will see for the first time. We have constructed out in the demo area in the back, the largest hydraulic lab, training lab on the Eastern Seaboard, probably in the US. We've got nearly 20 stations that are active. There are stations with water pumped to them. You can, take the backflow preventer apart and see how it all works. But it's a state-of-the-art training facility, and we're really excited to show that off to people too.
So you've been doing a bit of traveling as you
Yeah.
been moving around the world, moving around the world. What are you seeing as it relates to water and the future of water, from your perspective as you travel and meet with people?
Yeah, it's we all know this, water's a local issue, but water is an issue worldwide. So any trip I go on, it's all focused on seeing how others are handling the same challenges that we're dealing with: drought, too much water, whatever the case may be, water quality treatment, decentralized systems. How do you get into urbanized populations and bring them services that they may not have had before? And to your point, in the last 60 days, I've been to India and then the Netherlands. Talk about two extremes. Yeah, so seeing the full range of technology and offerings and what our communities are dealing with. So for me, yeah, it's about engaging to figure out what challenges others are feeling. Can we help them with technologies that we've found or with knowledge that we may have, especially on the workforce development side? That's not a real it's a very strong initiative in the US to make sure that operators are trained and they have the materials they need to stay up to date and all that kind of thing. Not so much in some other areas around the world. So happy to share that information with them, but also learn from them.
What about youth? The next generation. I know that's one of your very important issues. Why don't you talk a little bit about that and the water tower?
Yeah, one of the great events that we put on last year was our student summit. That was just one of many chances that students had to come on the campus and interact with us. But that particular event had, 3 different high schools, a couple hundred students. We set up stations around the campus, highlighting different water careers, and really, got their hands dirty, got them out there interacting with people who do these jobs professionally, to ask them questions, but also do some really fun activities. We have a summer camp for female high school students, targeting low income communities where they may not be able to afford to send their kids to a science camp, but giving them that opportunity. Really excited about that. So I think we're taking every opportunity we can to target sort of that 9th grade and higher, to introduce them to careers, skilled trade through PhD. So we're covering the full gamut. I think you know this, but our campus is really focused on the skilled trade and training people in those spaces. But we have state-of-the-art laboratories and can do, any type of research all the way up to PhDs. So really excited about that. Yeah.
So in this first full year, I know you did a lot before this, but in the first full year with the campus open, what kind of pleasant surprises, maybe the unexpected, that really was pleasant to you?
Yeah, I think the best part that I was really excited about is that, I had this dream in my head, right? And finally got it. First, we got it on paper, and then we got it in a building. So here it is, how other people gravitated towards it. So people are excited about it. They're excited to be here. We've basically filled the 3rd floor with long-term private tenants. Our co-working space is full. So, and our calendar's full. So it's just the fact that people want to be here. One of our companies, Olea, moved their R&D activities from Austin, Texas, which is where their headquarters is, to our facility. So really excited they moved their R&D to the water tower. So, things like that happen, and it's great that we're able to give people the space, the expertise, and the technical support that they need in order to really push the industry forward.
Well, and I know from my experience, anybody that drives on the campus, it is very impressive. And then just to walk and see the facility that you've put together there, both in the main building and the outbuildings, is it's very significant and a very significant statement for the water industry and going forward. So, you work with Global Waterworks and you've done it for a long, long time.
Yeah.
How do you see Global Waterworks going in as you look at Global Waterworks in the future?
Yeah, I just love this organization. For me, it's an easy way to connect with people around the world. It's a great way to show, to learn about new technologies and those kinds of things. But for me, it's people. So anytime you can meet people that are excited about the same issues that you are, that have the same concerns that you are, that you can brainstorm with and solve critical problems with, you guys have done a fantastic job of pulling people together on key topics. And the industry needs that. We can't all go to a conference for days on end. Just being able to log in and ask a question and get responses back from people all over is pretty amazing. It's great. Really.
Thank you. It's working very well. So coming back to the water tower, you're here. You've certainly accomplished a lot in the year and in the years leading up to that. What do you see in the future? How do you see the future for the water tower?
Yeah, I think this summer is going to really be a turning point for us. We've accomplished so much, but there's so much more to do. This summer we'll have all of our equipment. We just were notified that we are a sub on a pretty large EPA grant, which will put a grad student and a relationship with Georgia Tech, a formal relationship with Georgia Tech in the water tower. So really excited about that. We're going to start pushing forward on PFAS, on harmful algal blooms. So we hope on our applied research programs to really make an impact and start showing that impact and helping not only the regional utilities that are here, but utilities around the world.
Well, Melissa, once again, it's always good to see you. Great to talk with you, and you're inspirational. You're really your persistence, your vision, and most important, your execution. You get things done. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.
Thank you so much, Frank, for having me. I'll talk to you soon.